Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
It's a mystery illness forcing 2 Detroit schools to close. The symptoms start with a high fever, and tonight 25 children are sick. 1 is hospitalized, and a kindergartner has died. This afternoon, the Detroit Health Department sent out a bulletin to doctors' offices to be on the lookout. Thanks for joining us, everybody. I'm Kimberly Gill.
I'm Devin Skillian. The mother of one of those children hospitalized is telling us firsthand how she knew it was time for them to head to the ER. Mara McDonald live at Garvey Academy on Detroit's east side. The kindergartner who died, Mara, of course, was a student there.
Devin, that's right. And now Garvey is closed until Monday for what the district is calling a deep clean. Kids started getting sick in the middle of last week, and the Detroit Health Department got the heads up on Monday. 3-year-old Donna Jean was admitted to the hospital. Her mom and grandmother say it was just like she wilted. And then?
Extremely hot. It's like taking something out of the oven without having gloves on.
She was burning up with fever, which is the first symptom the health department says to be on the lookout for.
Saturday, we took her to the hospital. Her lips turned completely blue, like no oxygen.
The others, headache, lethargy, nausea, vomiting, and abdominal pain. So far, 2 schools are affected, Garvey Academy and the Focus Hope Center for Children. 25 children are sick, and 1 kindergartner at Garvey Academy has died. Tonight, the Detroit School Board had a moment of silence.
To support, put their arms around the family, so please remember during this moment of silence, young Mr. Williams from Marcus Garvey School.
Doctors are running multiple tests to try and figure out what this is. So far, no one is quite sure. And of all of these symptoms, Dr. McGeorge says, parents, there is definitely a hierarchy here.
The most concerning symptoms to watch out for are high fever, headache, and lethargy. Those would be suggestive of meningitis. The other set of symptoms, nausea, vomiting, abdominal pain, are more vague. Those would be something that you would probably talk to your doctor about rather than go to an emergency room.
Back here live. So Garvey is closed until Monday. The Detroit Health Department is on scene here trying to help the school figure out the best course of action here. As far as the Center for Children is concerned, email went to parents saying it's going to be closed for cleaning both today and tomorrow. But, you know, these 2 schools don't overlap. So no one's quite sure where this is coming from and exactly what it is. We're live on Detroit's East Side tonight. I'm Mara McDonald. Local 4.
Which only adds to these deep and very understandable worries. All right, Mara, updates just as soon as they are possible. Now, breaking news just in from the Detroit Pistons front office. The team has fired Assistant General Manager Rob Murphy. Detroit Free Press reporting tonight the firing comes months after an investigation into a claim of misconduct by a former female employee. Pistons so far not commenting on the firing.
New at 11, local taxpayers have been on the hook for Highland Park's unpaid water bill, and now state taxpayers could be taking care of the bill. The Senate Appropriations Committee today approved a $35 billion budget for the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services. That budget includes $20 million for Highland Park to put toward the $24 million it owes to the Great Lakes Water Authority. The budget now moves to the full Senate for a vote, which is expected in the coming weeks. Meanwhile, a judge recently gave the city until the end of the month to come up with a repayment plan. The manhunt is over for the gunman accused of shooting 5 people in Atlanta.
Police said the suspect, Dion Patterson, had an appointment scheduled at Northside Medical Midtown Hospital and opened fire in the waiting room. He then left the scene on foot, stole an unattended running pickup truck at a nearby Shell station. He was captured without incident after an undercover officer saw and confronted Patterson hours later. Of the 5 women who were shot, 1 is dead, 3 still in critical condition at this hour, the other victim in stable condition.
He's a young hero that's earned national attention. Last week, we told you about 7th grader Dylan Reeves, how he stopped his school bus after his bus driver lost consciousness. Our Victor Williams is in Warren, where Reeves was honored tonight by the school board.
Well, this is a very big deal for the kid that many are calling a brave young man. It's the moment that racked up tons of views from around the world that 13-year-old Dylan Reeves is being honored for.
I don't know what made him do it, why he did it. He's just a remarkable kid.
On behalf of our Board of Education who's here, We are so proud of you.
The Warren Consolidated Schools Board of Education is calling him a hero for being able to take the wheel and safely stop the bus when his bus driver had an emergency during the trip home from Carter Middle School.
His maturity and his quick thinking under pressure is pretty impressive for a 13-year-old.
He's an amazing child.
The 7th grader took home a keepsake from the district.
We are presenting you with this certificate of recognition
And a framed tribute from Governor Whitmer.
On behalf of the state of Michigan, we offer our best wishes for success in every endeavor.
And a state seal from Senator Paul Voyna.
And your story, I think, speaks volumes, what we need.
I love that he's getting praised in this way. Dylan deserves it so much.
While the 13-year-old is the most popular kid in school, he's still taking it all in.
It's a lot, but this is so good for him. You know, he needs to be recognized for that. We need more of this in the world. You know, we need to be cared for and take care of people, and I'm sure there's more to come.
And believe it or not, he's right. We're told that Dylan is going to be receiving more awards as time goes on. Victor Williams, Local 4.
That's great. Okay, Victor, thank you. Police are calling a man's death suspicious in an investigation that spans from 2 cities. Investigators found the body of a 70-year-old Canton man in Dearborn. They spent the morning collecting evidence at the victim's home on North River Woods near Beck Road and Michigan Avenue in Canton. Police say a friend of the victim, a 55-year-old man, was taken into custody in Dearborn. We don't know the circumstances surrounding the death.
Family of an 8th grader is suing a Detroit charter school alleging she was strip searched over a claim she was carrying a vape pen in her underwear. Suit targets the George Crockett Academy on Detroit's west side and some of its employees. It alleges another student with known animosity toward the 8th grader made the claim. Then the school staff forced the 8th grader to strip down to her underwear without calling her mother at any point in the process, so says the claim. We've reached out to the George Crockett Academy for its reaction, but we have not yet heard back. We are hearing from a woman who says she was forced to endure racial discrimination while working at Founders Brewing Company.
Naima Dillard filed a lawsuit against the company just hours before Founders announced it was closing its Detroit tap room for good. The former part-time manager claims she was retaliated against for speaking up about racial discrimination and other issues. Dillard is the 2nd employee to file a lawsuit against the company for racial discrimination. A settlement was reached in the previous suit back in 2019.
I want Founders to admit what they've done, take accountability, and never do it again.
What I discovered through talking to Naima is that nothing has changed. It doesn't seem like a few bad apples. It seems like a rotten tree.
Responding to the lawsuit, Founders says it is sorry that the individual did not have a good experience with the company.
500 new jobs are coming to Michigan after a new $400 million investment by the green hydrogen company Nel. It's a company that makes devices that take water and split it into hydrogen and oxygen, known as electrolyzers. Nel plans to build a new automated gigawatt electrolyzer plant.
This is yet another illustration of how Governor Gretchen Whitmer and I are committed to doing everything we can, using all of our power to create jobs in Michigan, and we will go anywhere on the globe to get those jobs. Governor Whitmer went to Norway in January to secure this deal, and this is us bringing jobs home to Michigan, literally from overseas. So we're really excited about this, and we're proud of what it's going to mean for job creation and innovation in the state of Michigan.
Yeah, Nel is a Norwegian company. Officials are working to determine still where the plant will be built.
An orange barrel alert for drivers in Oakland County. A busy road is closing for 3 weeks as part of the I-696 construction project. MDOT says Farmington Road will be closed over I-696 for bridge repair work. It closes Tuesday and will reopen in late May. There will be detours on 11 and 12 Mile. This year, crews are rebuilding the eastbound lanes of I-696 from I-275 to Telegraph. Construction on the westbound lanes will begin sometime next year.